should just believe that what they say is true. 'Cause I've been trying not to move these mountains lately. Maybe, but I can't breathe unless you're with me. Suffocating endlessly, and I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go. Nothing but our love is ordinary. No one ever thought we'd come this far. Thinking about the way I feel is scary. You scare me, and I don't wanna live in fear of broken hearts. But I can't see another way. It's you and me forever and I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't
What's going on, everybody? It's .bets. We're checking back in. We have a Wednesday 11 game NBA slate we are about to attack tonight. But before we get started, as you guys can see, I'm repping the .bets shirt. I'm repping the new .bets hat. If you guys want any merchandise whatsoever, always hook me up or hit me up on Twitter and I can hook you up. You guys can always look at the merch store through Streamlabs that we do and check out any gear that you guys are looking for. We will be having some bro tanks for the summer. Definitely need to be getting on those and have different colors and stuff like that. So and then also before we get going, check us out on pickcity.com. As you guys can see, just click on the Randall Gambling, .bets, Hammer Bets, collab VIP group. We got 3 cappers. Actually, we just had a 4th capper. We got Deadbolt Sports now. So we have 4 total cappers for literally $15 a week. It is probably the deal on Twitter that you should be getting on. It's a no-brainer. You can just do it for a week, do it for a day package of $5. You can do it for a month, which is about $60. And then you could also do a full year for about $400. So you can check us out on Pick City, and let's get going into the slate. So if you guys can go follow me on Action. I post all of my plays on Action. Sometimes if it's a VIP play, it'll be a designated as one, and it'll just be posted afterwards. So you won't be able to just follow me on Action and get all my plays there beforehand. But like tonight, I'm giving out three free plays, and then we got two prop plays. One of them will be a VIP play that I always give out for people checking out the stream. So if you got any locks of the night, any questions whatsoever, hit me in the chat with them. And then I'll also give out a couple DFS DraftKings lineups. So we'll go that route. And tonight's slate's pretty crazy because we got the trade deadline tomorrow. So like news just broke that Oladipo is not playing, so who knows where he could be going. So just keep posted. I tried to stay away from the teams that maybe were dealing people, just because you never know. I think it'll be tomorrow, but a lot of them tend to, not play their guys tonight just so they. And so the Raptors are one of them with Lowry. We don't know yet. Oladipo's out there, so any late breaking news, throw it in the chat so I know as well. So what we're going to do is the first play. Let's go to the NBA. And then two other news. We got Pacers news that just broke, and we got Brogdon, and we got Brogdon and Turner are playing. So that is going to be one of my plays here. So that'll be the first one we'll go, and it's going to be Pacers. I got them at 6.5, minus 6.5 for 1 unit, and I'll always throw them in the chat here. What do we got? D Helen P24. Thanks for checking out the stream, man. What do you think about the Nuggets against the Raptors, and do you like Jokic over 10.5 Raptors? Yep. And if you follow me on Twitter today, I have a I have a collab bet coming out with Sidekick as well, and that is going to be the play right there. So it's going to be the Nuggets -3. So I'm on them. I love that line. I don't understand the line. Raptors just got beat by 20 to the Rockets, and I was thinking this line was going to be more in the 5 to 8 range, 5 to 7 range, and I saw it was like +1 I think when it came out, and then it just got steamrolled to -3, and it stayed there ever since. So I do like that play. Nuggets, I'm taking the Nuggets -3. So that is going to be our collab play that we'll post on Twitter right before this is done. And then Jokic over 10.5 rebounds. I love his rebounds. They do rank dead last, and the only person that could probably take away most of his rebounds right now is Michael Porter Jr. I was hesitant to take his double-double because it was +130, but I do like the over 10.5 Jokic rebounds. He could go flirting with a triple-double tonight like he usually does every dang night. I would say watch for the blowout, but Vegas doesn't think it's going to be a blowout. You just never know. Lowry might sit right before the game. You have no idea what's going to happen tonight. But I'm leaning with the teams that I know are going to play their guys, and the Nuggets are one of them. So I like that play a lot. Nice, good question. Good question. Keep them rolling. So that was our first play. So our first play is going to be Pacers -6.5 for 1 unit. So that's one of them. Next one. It's a team I have been riding all year long. If you've been with me, it is the Chicago Bulls versus the Cavaliers, and the line shot up to 7.5. I got this at -6 this morning, so I think with the news of Sexton getting out, people started, for good measure, started pounding the Bulls. I like this all the way up to 8. I think they can win by double digits easily. The Cavaliers are not very good, and the Bulls. And I also don't mind if the over in this game. I know Sexton's out, but Garland and the Bulls are pretty prone to being scored on. And I know it's like a 214.5, so it's dropped significantly. So it might be a nice little buyback position to get the over there. But I like the Bulls in this instance here at -6 all the way up to -8 with the Sexton news. So Bulls -6, 1U is what I got it at, up to -8. And all the newcomers in the chat, check out the stream. Throw your questions in the chat if you got any of them. Over DraftKings lineups, over player props, over spread plays, overplays, whatever you got. What's your lock of the night? So the next play we got. So we got the Pacers and we got the Bulls, and we are going to go to the late night game with Sacramento and the Hawks. So very good trend to bet on are the Kings overs, and both of these teams like to score a lot. The Hawks are probably one of the hottest teams in the NBA. I think they've won 7 of 8, and they just throttled a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter. Otherwise, it would have been 8 straight. And I think this helps us tonight, though, because I think the spread would have been in like the 5 or 6 range with them winning against the Clippers. But since they've lost, I think it helped us out with the spread. So I'm going back to the Hawks tonight, or back to the over as well. So I actually am taking the Hawks as well. But I'm also probably going to keen on here the over, which is the Hawks Kings over 230.5. We got D, Hill, and P. How about Hornets game? Right now my locks for NBA: Clippers, Nuggets, and Suns. I parlayed those with three with Wild and Penguins. All right, not your guy with the NHL, so I'll trust you with the Wild and Penguins. Clippers, who they got tonight? Clippers. Thank you. Oh, the Spurs. Yep, I'm okay with that. And then Nuggets, I'm already on, so you're good there. And the Suns. Are those just straight money lines, or are you talking spreads there? Because Suns, I was nervous about that game being a 10. It's at 9.5 now. Only reason, I just had this like last hurrah for this Orlando team before they trade everybody. So I had this weird feeling that they could still cover. Could be a very weird inclination by me, but I just think it's one last hurrah, and then Gordon and Fournier are out. But you never know. So that was the reason why I kind of stayed away from that game with the double digits. Money line, yeah. So money line, I'm good with that. The Suns should win that game 1,000%. But to cover 10 points when they're going crazy, I'm not too sure. So yeah, I like that. The Hornets game, that was a play that I liked a lot early today, and then I talked myself out of it. I'm officially not taking a side in that game, but if you did, I would side with the Hornets because now Oladipo's out. So John Wall's a pretty damn good play for DraftKings, which he won't be in my core, but he's going to be in a couple of my lineups. And I mean, I'm good with taking the Hornets. Last play that we had was Hawks, Kings, over 230.5 for 1 unit. So that's that one. Churl, 17, over in Celtics and Bucks. Yeah, yep, I like that play. I've seen a bunch of people on that play. I like it. I think Giannis plays, and Tatum's back. So these teams, especially the Bucks, play at such a high pace. And I think it's at, let's see what the total is at now. I'm fairly certain 231, and it's ticked up from 230.5. So yeah, it's a high number. Has this number been reached by the Bucks before? Easily. So yeah, I'm good with you guys taking the over there. Wall shot 8 of 29 last game, and they won, and so I don't really think they can win again with that happening. I don't think they'll shoot that bad. I mean, he's going to put up 30 more shots tonight. Him and Christian Wood are probably going to have to shoulder the load. And it's the Hornets team without LaMelo, who have actually played better. They got Rozier. I think he doesn't have LaMelo in his background. And then you got Hayward doing his thing the whole year, and PJ Washington. So yeah, I don't see how the Rockets win that game, to be honest with you either. I don't. We got some 2-player props, and we're going to go to. So I didn't stay away from this game completely. I went with the Vujicic. So he's pretty much the staple of this entire offensive production here. So I'm going to go over 23.5 there with the player props for Vujicic tonight against the Suns. I think he's going to be able to spread the floor against Ayton and have a pretty damn good game. Not good enough to win this game, but yeah, good enough to maybe score close to 30 points tonight and go off. So we got Player Vujovic over 23.5 points. And if you've been around me and know me and followed a free weekend membership to DFS raffle is going on for viewers. Use hashtag giveaway to enter. Did not know we were doing that. I guess Streamlabs wants to do that. Okay. A free weekend membership. All right. Throw your. All you gotta do is type in exclamation mark and giveaway, all with no space. And I guess we're gonna give away a free weekend membership. Okay, Streamlabs, look at you go. So go ahead and enter that if you guys are wanting to get a free VIP weekend membership. Last but not least, we're going to go to the Denver Raptors game. And for some reason, this spread is going back down. I don't understand it. Now it's at -2. It was at -3 earlier. Don't understand that. Maybe one last hurrah, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to go to Michael Porter Jr. We're going to go over 16.5 points here. He's hit this, I think, in 8 or 7 straight games. When I looked this morning, he is absolutely balling out, and I do see him continuing to do so. A lot of people, Jokic is going to have a good game as well, but Michael Porter Jr. has been pretty much the third guy here. When Murray struggles, Porter picks him up, and then Porter's double-double is like +130, which I don't mind if you sprinkle that, but for right now, I'm just going to take the over 16.5 points. Over MPJ over 16.5 points, and that's 0.5U. Like again, for props, we go half units. Never know, crazy stuff happens. Guy rolls his ankle and he's done. Don't like to put too much on props. I like to use my DraftKings and put it to use when we do the draft or the prop bets. All right, so that is a majority. So that's all of the bets there. So we got the Bulls, Pacers, and Hawks and Kings over. Vujovic over in points, and Michael Porter Jr. over in points. If we got questions, we can come back to them. Throw them in the chat. I'm going to go over DraftKings lineups real quick. So let me throw these in here. So these are the two that I'm rolling with tonight. As of right now, these are the free ones that I'm giving out. So my staples, my cores. Okay, we're gonna go Luka, TLC. You can, and if you want to have a fifth option instead of TLC, you can do Jeff Green. Because I don't think Harden will play tonight, and I don't. And I see Jeff Green being pretty much the guy there tonight, and then TLC is gonna have pretty high ownership there as well. And then I'm going to go Zubac, and then we're going to go Hayward. So those are our core four there. And as you guys know, I always do fantasy labs, and as you can see, Luka is the highest rated on here. Then you got Kawhi, then you got Mason Plumlee, this Claxton, and Harden's ranked up there. If he does play, you can swap Luka for Harden if you don't think. The only thing that scares me with Luka is blowout potential, but I do think the Timberwolves can keep it somewhat close. Timberwolves have been playing pretty good basketball as of late, if you've been following the NBA. So John Wall, just on a pure volume base, 7,600 for a guy that shot 30 times last game, not a bad idea. Then you got Trae Young, Terry Rozier. Halliburton's been playing well. He's a nice value play tonight. And then you got Zubac and Turner and Capella and Wood. So a lot of value centers tonight for some of these guys like Capella and Christian Wood and let's see. Those guys more than likely have a little bit less ownership because of such cheap options at center. So all the new viewers we got, I'm gonna throw my lineups up again. If you guys want to copy these two in here, we'll be here another couple minutes or so. If we got any other questions over props, over DFS questions, over spreads, anything we got, throw them in the chat. Let's go back to the player model. So basically, we throw Luka in here. We throw Zubac in here. Let's search for our guy, TLC, who should be high up there. Yeah, he's 76 rating. And then we throw, who's our other guy? Hayward. Hayward. No, you throw him in here, and you can either go, through an optimizer, which I can show you, and you can do custom rules, all this other crazy stuff here. I'm not going to do anything like that on this stream, so I'm just going to apply settings here and go to this page. I like to see what it is projected points for ceiling. I do a lot of the ceiling because I play GPP, so I want to make sure my guys are, have the potential to put up the most points. So throw that in here, generate it, and so all these lineups will have my 4 core in them, and then we'll have different people sprinkle around them. So Usman is a good play tonight, and you can play all the 10 lineups. You can put 3 lineups in there. You can put 150 lineups in there. When it's NFL season, I'm throwing 150 lineups in here and going to work. But NBA, I like to keep it pretty simple. I usually go anywhere between 5 to 10 lineups a night. So if you guys have any questions on DFS, kind of ownership, projections, all that, good stuff with channeling the models and optimizers, hit me up on Twitter. I can probably put a YouTube video up there at some point discussing it. I also follow a lot of guys from Occupy Fantasy, and those guys absolutely pretty much have taught me everything I need to know about DFS and more. They're very, very smart, and I understand it pretty damn well. And so like you see, Garland is a good play here, Osman, Hayward, and then so you're just going to have a mix and match between, and you can see over here on the right, you'll have, Hayward, Zubac, Doncic, and TLC are in all of my lineups, then so Usman's in almost all of them. Then you can kind of filter it out from there. So if we got any other questions, I'm gonna get up on out of here. Let's see, missing anything else? I think we should be good. All right, so we got the Bulls, we got Pacers, we got Hawks, Kings over, and we got the Vujacic is over in points. And then our VIP prop play is going to be Michael Porter Jr. For over 16.5 points. To recap what we got. All right, I'm going to get up on out of here. Let's cash, boys. See you.
Everybody's trying to tell me that I'm crazy. I should just believe that what they say.
Yeah.